Good morning, Bunners. We're here this morning with Sam Morris, who is a councillor. Good morning.
Good morning.
So he's been a councillor twice now. Can you let us know how long you've been councillor for?
Well, 8 years.
Yep.
And hopefully 12 if people Bunbury agree to it.
So what motivated you to run to begin with?
I came to Bunbury in 1984, and I was really embraced by the community, and teaching high school at Newton Moore, then Australin and Bunbury High, and it was a chance for me to give back to the community, and that's basically the reason why I've decided to go on council.
Okay. So you're a small business owner here in Bunbury. You started Taffy's 12 years ago.
Yep.
What have you learnt from this experience, and how important is small business to Bunbury?
Small business really is the backbone of the community. You'll find that the vast majority of the employment is through small business. We hire a lot of young people here at Taffy's. Many of them start from work experience, and if they work out well, we take them on straight away.
Excellent.
And it's also the business itself is not just manufacturing of candies, it's tourism. We make it so that people want to actually come to Bunbury to visit us. And because we advertise statewide, that brings people from statewide to come into Bunbury. Maybe many of them for the first time.
Yeah. So you did mention on the ballot that you have a passion for tourism and the potential of Bunbury for tourism.
Yep.
What are some more ideas you may have about that? I know you're on the board member of the Dolphin Discovery Centre as well.
That's right. It's one of the projects that I've been trying to push since 1995 was the development of our water playground.
Ah, yes.
And now it's on the board. We just passed $1 million in the last budget to start the project. I really think that project by itself will draw in literally thousands of extra tourists into Bunbury.
Okay, so basically you've covered the whole waterfront here. We've got the water playground's going to be over near the inlet.
That's right.
Then you're also working with the Dolphin Discovery Centre, and you've also got the tourism with Taffy's as well. That's really great. You show great initiatives. So you started the Christmas lanterns on Dunstan Street.
That's right.
That is just amazing.
It was by sheer accident. I had done a trip with my family and went to Santa Fe, New Mexico, and found the entire city lit up with the Christmas lanterns, and came back and I thought, gee, that was fantastic. So my family made the Christmas lanterns out of milk cartons because we couldn't use the white paper bags because of the fire hazard, and we put them out the first year, and the people across the street said, oh, they're so lovely, could we join in next year? And I said, yeah. So there were five people, our neighbors, that joined in the second year. The third year, as we were putting the lanterns out on that second year, people were driving by, oh, why didn't you let us know? We would have done it as well. So the third year I went around and handed out candles to everybody on the street, told them how to do it, went to Adam Road, and we organized fundraising for the school to be able to buy 3 computers for their library, and we sold the lanterns to the community, and that's how it took off some 19 years ago.
Wow, it's really quite a spectacle now.
It is.
And it's really quite a community base. Like it's the first time in Bunbury that I've seen like a whole street, and you guys get out there, and now there's kids singing Christmas carols and doing robots.
And the guy comes through every year with the bagpipes, the old antique fire engine with Santa Claus on top, handing out the lollies to the kids. It really is an entire street community, or a street party for 3 days before Christmas.
So if we have that for the whole of Bunbury, that would be awesome.
It would be.
So not only that, he also started the Southwest Senior High Basketball League, and he sits on the Bunbury Events Committee. So where did this passion for community come from?
I guess it really boiled down to, as a migrant coming to a new country, you want to feel accepted. And one of the things that I always wanted to do is, when I was talking with the kids in the classroom, get yourself involved in the community. The community is where you live, and if you don't have a good community, it's not a great place to live.
So that comes to my next question, actually.
Oh, yeah?
So you are passionate about our youth.
Yep.
You mentioned you're a teacher at Bunbury High, Newtonmore and Australind.
Yep.
What was your favourite thing about being a teacher?
Seeing kids successful after school.
Yep.
And it's not just the academic kids. They're the ones that will always land on their feet.
Yep.
It's the ones that hated school and you were able to find a way to get them to enjoy the class and then find some success when they left the classroom. And there's so many of these students that come back and they're far more successful than any of these students that you classified as the high flyers. And that's when they come back and said, you really had an influence on my life. That's what it was all worth.
So I had a feeling that you're quite a sentimental person.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're also on the youth advisory committee. So is that a part of developing the guys after they leave school?
It is. It gives the kids a sense of leadership.
Yep.
So many of these kids come back and you can see that they themselves are going into community activities, community affairs, and I think that's really the background in relation to, I guess, the learning process for many of these kids.
Yeah. So a couple of questions to finish off with. What do you love about Bunbury?
Location, the people, and the friendliness. People of Bunbury are some of the most generous people I've ever seen. When we had the bushfire appeal from Victoria, we just put a little bucket out in front, and within a few days we had several $100s to hand over to, I think it was Radio West that was doing the fundraising, and it just blew me away.
Yeah.
So that's something that always fascinates me, is the generosity of people.
So you obviously relocated from the USA.
Yep.
To Bunbury. Thank you.
No worries.
And the last question, what makes you a good counsellor?
Willing to listen.
Yep.
And because council is a little bit different than state or federal politics, political parties should not be in local council.
Yep.
So what you have to do is you have to relate to the people who are in the council itself to work as a team. If you can't work as a team, you don't have an effective council. So, to be quite honest, I think the people we have on council right now are a really great bunch of people.
Okay.
They think rationally, they debate rationally, and they come up with logical conclusions of how to advance Bunbury.
Okay. So you want to stay as part of that team?
I would.
Excellent. Well, we wish you all the best.
Well, thanks for that.
Thank you so much.
No worries.
And this is Councillor Sam Morris up for re-election. Vote for him on the ballot paper this year, and we'll see him. Yeah, we'll see you around.
Okay, no worries.
Come to Taffy's. See ya.
Okay.
Thank you.